So, hello everyone, morning was time for When They Cry, episode 24, the final episode. I guess, final episode, that's what I, on the short at least, I said last week, this is supposed to be the final episode, which like makes no sense, right, because then how the hell are we gonna finish the storyline? So given that, right, and as some comments said last week or so on, it's supposed to be like a part 2 or something, maybe as a teen, I don't know, but I mean, I said that last week, especially, I think, or before, it feels like it's going to be really hard to, of course, kind of, explain everything here, right? The last episode, even if it's like, even if it was, I mean, normally it's like, I said normally, but usually it's like 25 to 6 episodes, so it might be 1 or 2 more episodes left. Like, I think most animes are ending next week, so even if this anime had 1 more episode, I see an incredibly hard time, of course, finishing this storyline, right? So it might be a part 2 then. But that being said, I still have a hard time seeing them having so much storyline left for a part 2 though. I feel you're getting it. But yeah, I mean, I said last week, and there was like a weird thing to me. There was so much focused on the uncle, right? Suddenly it's like, what if the uncle was a good guy? Like, focus on that for like 3 episodes. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like, what? If he's kind of out of place. But that's what happens. So 3, 2, 1, go. But yeah, if Anki was a nice guy, right? It's kind of like that thing, and it just feels weird. Oh, sorry. It's a little bit like, yeah. What if the Anki was a good guy? Yeah, so the uncle has changed now because he's dreaming about getting his, the bathing every time. He's dreaming out about that head bathing, so. Okay, I feel I'm used my uncle. Sounds good. True hindrance. Rika. Oh, she? Military helicopter? Yes, now we're back to, and this is really hard to get at the right? Without having seen season 1, yeah. Like, okay, so now we're like some helicopter and it's... Yeah, oh no. He's a helicopter, and because this woman has been so little explained in this season, right? It's a real issue that they haven't explained his her role. Yeah, this thing is, it's not a remake because they haven't explained his character whatsoever, right? Basically, so you know what I mean? Like, she has basically zero explanation. Okay, Kuko. But yeah, all of this part is very... But this has to be another universe than with the uncle. Is it the same with the uncle then? That is confusing now. Is it the same version as the uncle? The uncle is nice. This is same reality. But yeah, I really wish I knew about her character more. Right? This is like clearly with the least amount of remake. Command vehicle. Yeah, oh, this is like, madam. This is kind of it really feels like a, but it's too much of a sequel, right? Yeah, this makes absolute sense to me, right? Oh, not her scrapbook of stuff. Maybe you could feel something here if you... Yeah. This is just like, yeah. Of course, it has no meaning to me because I haven't seen it. Yeah, but it's so little. I almost certainly know who Gaffer is, so. But yeah, so this is to be one of the main bad guys of season 1, right? So this is like, come on, man! This is really weird, it doesn't make no sense as a remake. What do you call it a remake for? I don't know if this is the same reality as Uncle. That is weird too. Like, is this the same reality? It's not reality. Kind of stares her there, but this is not the same one when Rika wins and goes to school, right? So it's not the same. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, backarna. She's supposed to be like a military one, like major, but she's way too emotional for it to be. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, yours Baby Bird. Okay, his name is Baby Bird. Man, I'm gonna have to rewatch the first season and the true real. Yeah, this is not a remake. I'll be like, what? Just be surprised by his name here. Then her name is Baby Bird. Yeah, it's like spoilers. Yeah, spoilers. Oh damn, Baby Bird, man. But the whole thing that she's a major makes me confused. He's like, no, I'm part of the army, but can't handle. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like he's in the military, but never been to any, no training, no combat. Yeah. Of course, shouldn't grab the gun there. It's gonna. Hopefully, she should add him instead. Yeah, like defend yourself, woman. Right. Yeah, that seems really stupid. That was like, why did she go for that? I mean, I would be like, okay, but now she's alive. I guess so. This is not a reality, but it's just like, or maybe it's a memory of her. But yeah, this is the same. What was weird now is I don't understand because they're jumping so much between different realities. I was like, is this the Uncle reality, right? Is this the latest reality Satoko is from her Uncle? And I have no idea. Should I know who Nomura-san is? No, the woman. Should I know who she is, right? That of course the question here. Should I know who she is? Am I supposed to know how? There has to be Nomura-san, a white-haired woman. Am I supposed to know who she is? Is she a character you've seen? Because maybe she wasn't the character you saw in the real season 1. You know? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so it's just Nomura-san. But yeah, I also have no idea who that is, so. Doesn't mean much to me, of course. It's no surprise. This is again very confusing. It's not like confusing, but it's a wrong word, right? But it's just like you have. It's obviously there's so much information you should have. This is clearly. I mean, we saw it earlier. But this is clearly not an actual. I have no idea what they call a remake for it. It's clearly not a remake whatsoever. And now it's even more new characters. What are these characters? Okay, so it's like some people into what? Some little girl. Well, this is probably, I mean, it's her grandpa, I guess. But are these characters also supposed to know who grandpa is, right? I suppose who these characters are. I supposed to know who these men are. Are they characters that appeared in the anime? Like, you know, maybe this actually is good stuff in the, for the original watchers. So they can add to her grandpa's backstory as one, I guess. I mean, there is a possibility here, though, I suppose. This might not be. Yeah. Ji-san! No! Oh yeah, she's gonna defend G4 or Ji-san's paperwork here, yeah. Okay, it's the same thing he did, so it's even a. I'm supposed to know who these guys are? It's so hard for me to tell because it was, you know, I'm wondering, has the grandpa been in before, right? And so much, you know, it questions me like, what have I do? Should I know who he is? You know, like. I'm just like, I'm just thinking, and no, it's not about her instead. This is the character again instead now in the storyline, and like it just feels this slowly. What happened to her grandpa? What happened to not grandpa? What happened to the uncle? I mean, you know, it used to be about the uncle episode. This clearly can't be this episode. It makes no sense, right? It is like now it's about her instead. But I really feel they haven't built her up at all in this anime, right? In this anime. This is called Sensei, they are part of the military or something like that. They're all part of the military, right? They're all of them is part of the secret military or something, I don't know. It's just like, oh man. I'm gonna watch the original one when this is over, I guess, and contemplate what I did with my life or something. Watching this. Yeah, my god. Yes. Yeah, my Muji-san. You know, my old good grandpa, yes. Old good grandpa, eh? Yes. It's okay, so she never wanted to open it until now. Grandpa. But he's just like, I'm just like, okay. He's a bad guy, right? Like, I was like, I don't know. You know, I'm still like, what happened to the uncle thing? Okay, letter to her. But this is Satoko that knows. Does she knows? Right? This is probably the one that knows the truth. Probably. Right? The one in time travel. But is this then the reality of her with the uncle? I guess so, right? And she dreamt earlier about her dreaming of getting in the forest, right? Probably. She's like, that is probably what it is. Let's see. Yeah. Damn you liar! Yeah, this is the evil Satoko. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is that one. She's in a nurse outfit even. It's doing the Rorschach test. Yeah, 2 butterflies. Or it's like a human being spread apart. That's not how it works at all, though. I can explain later after. I've done. Yeah, I read the research about that. I can explain later how that Studio test actually works. It's pretty good actually. It's quite under. People have been quite shitting on it. Actually, much better. But anyway, yeah, the Rorschach test doesn't work at all. Oh, you hate me. Here we go. Oh, yeah, you hate. No, it's not you. It's your grandpa. She could be like, I hate your grandpa actually. Trigger her with that thing. Well, she has the disease, yeah. Okay. How is she actually doing that though? Maybe explain it in the outro then. Yeah, you're obsessed with my research, girl. You should have your own life, you know. Get your own friends. Get your own granddaughter, you know. He's like, come on, girl. Can't just live in my shadows, right? I mean, grandpa is clear, like, you've been, you know, you possessed. She's cute little girl though, studying, getting some diploma. She's cute little science girl here. Gonna go to go in grandpa's foot, you know, and become a little scientist. And obsessed with, of course, the syndrome. Aside from this reality stop then. What lies? I know nothing about your situation. I was like, what a little liar she is. Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no information about you at all. Yeah, like in a soup. Yeah, it's a kind of like it's throwing in some ingredients. Yeah, that's what you are. It would seem so. Yes, the guy exposes you like some kind of. Satoko common intelligence. You can of course reuse the soup something else. You can make the stock and yeah. What is this weird conversation? It's like but you can't. The fresh ingredients and like come on, like they are clearly talking about the human's body part. Guys, they're both freaks, man. They're both freaks. Oh, now it's the festival in this reality. Yeah. Yeah, Rika dance and so on. Okay, so the festival in this reality. Okay. Oh, indeed. Yes. You foolish boy. Yeah, Nande Monai. Oh. Okay, he screams and he teleports up there. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I was like, what happened? He somehow managed to get up there by like screaming. He's like infusing my powers, my desires to get up there, right? Something like that. But I don't know, like, so here we get a dance, right? The Rika dance. This is the 10th time. Okay, they're back to the, yeah, trying to get into the family secret house up there with all the tools, you know, with all the family tools, the family friendly tools. So in this reality, of course, Keisha watches the dance, right? He's not down there. She's still, of course, trying to infiltrate this thing, even though this one she's quit doing it. Well, maybe she's quit now then. She's quit now then. In one of them they get kind of married, right? They're gonna live happily together, not get killed. So in this reality, she kind of tells him the truth and gives up, I guess, something. I guess so. Yeah, so now we're back to the military guys that we saw in episode 17, which was really weird, which is so out of place. Yeah, removing the cats. Indeed. Omoshiroi, little girl. Omoshiroi. You definitely left matter. Don't be like that. Yeah, so I guess this is how she rewrites it. As she talked about earlier, I mean, I guess it's like how she can rewrite, so it's like perfect for her. Right? This is how she rewrites it. Yeah, so this is kind of how she, I guess, makes it too easy for her, right? Like Rika said in there earlier, before she turned out Satoko was cheating, right? So big. It's double time looping. So yeah, she's like, I make my own time loop! Screw her! Yeah, she will learn in my own time loop. Yeah, there we go. Let's get the ice there. Yeah, that's right, Rika. I will curse you to be like forever. It's gonna be hilarious. There we go. Yeah, getting her own, revenge there. Yes. But Rika already figured out it's her though in the older episode. Yeah, that's kind of weird, that I don't know. Would this be better if we saw this before and then with Rika? Because the Rika, of course, already figured out she was the bad guy, right? So we already knew this thing. I mean, this is showing us how we got there, but it's like, I mean, it's no twist, right? We already knew she was gonna do it, right? So there's no twist. Twist was like 7 weeks ago, right? But yeah, Satoko makes them kind of, easy mode for Rika, right? She makes it easy mode. Okay, maybe she's gonna. Why would be an operating room for? But here we go. Satoko is gonna like cheat a little bit here, yeah. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's nothing. Oh, she's going back again. Oh yeah, she's gonna like, she's gonna go back in time and figure out the right. And it's gonna take a lot of tries. So what is this thing? And then, how many times we should do this crap? This is like, I have to figure out the code. That's gonna be like, like 10,000 times to get the thing at least. Like that's gonna be like 100 of times. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be so hard. Like, you imagine it's like the times you can take it. It's like a 9 or 10 because the 0 constant. It's like 10 up into. Yeah, and there's like a special ending here where she gets the. Yeah, so she gets the needle, but this reality, right? Is she also? Maybe she's always getting the stuff in every reality then, to curse Rika, with the Yeah, they don't never actually really happen anyway. It's all fakes. So I guess she's gonna like force Rika to realize that in all the other realities, but she's not with, not best friending her best friend, not being her lover forever. Then she's gonna, screw them over. Yeah, I have decided to win. But she's very upset with this one thing. Why can't she just kill Rika and get her own life or something? Yeah, it's a little bit like, get your own life, girl. Stop being so like, I need to live with Rika. Like, why? Yeah, my bill. She's too in love with Rika, right? Her yonder for Rika is too high there. Yeah, she's way too in love with Rika. That's a problem. she could stop just being in love with Rika and this lot of be solved, right? But that definitely has a special ending there, so that's like the last episode there. Yeah, the final episode, guys. Now it's called When They Cry Sotsu, though. But I mean, that was a very special ending there. I'm gonna just search for that Sotsu. No, but yeah, like When They Cry, Higurashi Sotsu. What do I get there? I get some kind of trailer for it. Positive. I'm trying to figure out, right, if it's gonna be next week. No, I don't know, like... When They Cry... Say here... This course called Go. Okay, so here it says on Wiki, so this is just like, this might be true, but here it says July, which means a 3 month break then. Let's see the chart, so I'm just gonna go and look at the chart here. And see what it says. Of course, Baccarina's back in summer, which is badass. So that's the best thing. Doesn't say here. Okay. On the chart, doesn't say anything about it being back that month. Let's see. I'll try to figure. But yeah, I mean, it says here, you know, in Sotsu, right? So it says like. This is the final episode, and they say Sotsu, but they don't say anything about... doesn't say anything here. But on that side it said in July. But I... You know, but I... Okay, here it says July. Yeah, second core, part 2. Here we go. Some tweet there. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put this thing in. I'm gonna put this tweet here, this announcement in the description. Yeah, there we go. Okay. No, but you know, I always feel that, you know, I'll say it. I'm always like, you know, a person that is skeptical, right? First, I can only find it on one site that it was in July. Then I need more confirmation, right? But there I found a tweet now from the official. So I'm linking the tweet in this description. And I guess there's gonna be more episodes then. But yeah, I don't know what I can do personally. Let's say it first here. Maybe I'm gonna watch all the episodes in between. I don't know. It feels a little bit like watching this thing has ruined it, right? I probably should do a video about it, honestly. But it feels a little bit like, yeah, this is clearly a remake. This episode here was very, of course, weak. If you haven't seen the original show, right? It doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it's like, okay, no, but like, I mean, there's been a lot of build-up around her in the earlier episode, was that? But then they kind of dropped the ball with her, right? I mean, she hasn't really been that of a central character. The baby bird, yeah, whatever. Yeah, she hasn't been that of a centric character, right, since the early episode when Kenichi was kind of he was the protagonist, right, and he kind of went into the house one. After that point, she hasn't really been in the anime much, and now, you know, she mentioned her grandpa earlier, but of course, I mean, I haven't really read that and that house one. So the first half at least, or maybe even the first 15 minutes is kind of like, oh, I guess more of her backstory, but I don't really understand her character or what she's done, or, you know, I know the needed stuff and so on, I guess. So it really feels like, of course, the anime, this is weird, right? Started watching this anime, it's called like a, you know, a sequel or a remake, but it's more a sequel, and it's just like, this kind of stuff is really is like, does this make much sense? It actually, you know what it reminds me of? Final Fantasy VII, right? I said last week too, but FF7 so-called remake is also more of a sequel, right? And one issue with the 7 remake, which I think actually is bad in that game, straight up, is Sephiroth, right? Sephiroth, great character, and, you know, one of my most beloved bad guys ever, but he in the, so don't spoil too much of that, but in play the game, but in FF7 remake, Sephiroth kind of emerges immediately in the storyline. You know, you see him very very early, right? Where in the original game you don't see him until you basically leave Midgar, so you don't see him until basically, you know, where FF7 remake stops, right? And he's so much more prevalent in remake. It's a very different storyline, but an issue with that is that you know, people are hyping that game to high heavens, right? But I think that most people that have not played the original game and they say that this is the best storyline ever, that's bullshit, right? Because come on, that's bullshit. That people have no only one who said that people have no guts, right? Come on, I mean, because if I had never played F7 and didn't know anything about Sephiroth, most of the remake scenes wouldn't make any sense, because it's like they only make sense because I do know the original. You know what I mean? Because I played the original several times, and because I played the other games. I played the Vincent game, right? The Kerberos, and I played the other, you know, spin-offs with Zack and so on. So I know all the characters, right? I know all the lore, and then F7 remake makes sense, because in this anime it's more of a sequel, right? Yeah, but anyway, so Sephiroth, example of that, he appears way too much, and it should actually be really confusing, right? But because I have played all the other games, I understand all of it, right? So, I feel the same thing here. It's like, oh, I watched this woman, I'm like, but I haven't seen the other animes, I haven't read the books, I haven't played the games, right? I haven't played, you know, the visual novels, whatever. It's just like, oh, okay. It really has the same complaint that I had a few weeks ago. I mean, it really has, of course. The same issue I had a few weeks ago when they kind of jumped the shark, whatever you call it, jumped the time limit. But basically, when this anime jumped from like, I think it was episode 17 or 16, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's somewhere around there, right? Then the anime kind of jumped into this. Suddenly you showed that she was defeated, right? We saw them winning, Rika go to school, so we saw the thing happening, right? And we saw, yeah, the Bloodhound gang and like the cops or whatever. When that episode happened, it really was like, okay, you know, this makes zero sense, right? Yeah, then it really was like, never a sequel, right? But until that point, the episode really worked because, oh, it's like, you know, who was gonna kill who, they're going crazy, right? It's a murder mystery. Yeah, the first 2-3 arcs, I think it's 3-4, right? I guess, yeah. The 3.5, whatever. That kind of worked, and then suddenly they just jumped into this, like, oh, actually, this is like the sequel now. Yeah, like, let's go to, like you know, you see this, it's the one, right? Then they kind of jumped to that, and this episode, and then the Satoko part was better again, because even if it was like, well, I probably should see the sequel, but still, the Satoko part was better. It worked, you know, more as a standalone story of her, right? Going crazy. I'm not a big fan how it happened, right? That she just went back in time instead of going crazy first. That was, to me, was bad writing. But yeah, I mean, I said last week, I think it was much better if she actually, you know, snapped at Rika in the present time and then go back in time. I think it would be a lot better. But anyway, you know, that episode works a lot better from, like, again, like a standalone storyline of Satoko and Rika at the school and so on, right? But this episode here again, last week was fine too, because the uncle, I clearly know who the uncle is. You know, he's like, you know, evil, and, you know, he's like guilty and so on. So the uncle works fine. That worked fine. Okay, she's changing history, and the uncle is no nice, right? So that just worked. That worked. It was not the best episode ever, but it worked. But it worked from without having seen the other stuff, right? This episode here again, it really is back to that like we had earlier, that episode, like I mentioned earlier. It went back to this, was like, oh, this episode like makes no sense without having seen the prequel, right? Whatever you call it. Yeah, it really makes no sense. I mean, I get that she gets the need, so you can always. I mean, I understand what happens, of course, in the last minute. Basically, Satoko makes sure that she can always curse Rika, quite literally. Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna screw Rika over every time, and I'm gonna force her to, you know, be with me and love me and be my girlfriend or my wife forever, right? Basically, yeah, she's gonna be my woman forever. That's kind of nice end, you know, she gets the stuff, so she can always make it happen. And that's what I mentioned earlier. One thing I want to see here, but that might be next season then, I'm really hoping, right, that one of the scenes when she murdered Rika was actually her faking having the disease, and actually her just being, you know, pretending it, right? Because she's like, oh, I know how it works. That would be a really nice, I think, twist to it, right? But that probably is going to happen. The feat that is going to happen now. A little weakness, though, I think, of the ending here is that she gets the you know, the stuff that she can make it happen and can curse them, right? So I mean, I understand that, but there's everything about her grandfather and so on. That whole storyline, and maybe I'm gonna guess here that you haven't actually seen the grandfather before until this episode. That's probably how I think it actually works, and this episode here kind of builds on her character, right? But because I haven't really seen them defeat her, because it's clear to me that earlier that the baby bird is the big baddie, right, in season 1, right, and something like that, right? Yeah, and here I haven't seen her really be that, so I'm just like, I guess this is baby bird's backstory, you know? It's weird. It is very weird. But anyway, the ending makes sense, but I do think it is a little. And this I feel is regardless of knowing the season 1 or not, because as I mentioned earlier, like this is a twist here, right? Yeah, I think it actually is a pretty weak ending. Honestly, I think it's a weak last episode because it is from the general plot line here. Because yeah, of course, Satoko is gonna curse her. We really know that. I think it would be probably better. I don't know, like. I mean, when Rika figured out that she was her, right? And then Rika, that Satoko was cursing her. When she figured it out, then we went into this whole really long backstory of why she hates her. And then that's fine, but I mean, this episode here, it's something like a cliffhanger. Because I'm just like, yeah, we knew already she was cursing her, right? We still haven't gotten back to the moment when Rika confronted her. So this really feels to me like a very empty, ending, honestly, in a sense. Because it's just explaining how she's doing it, sure. But it's not really like giving me, there's no cliffhanger, there's no like wow thrilling moment, there's no surprise at all actually. Right? This is just straight back to just generally how she's doing it. We haven't still returned to that Rika moment, right? So yeah, it feels weird. I feel that was the biggest moment when she had a gun with Rika, right? That was a big moment of the twist here, and now I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is how she's doing it. It doesn't mean it's terrible, but I do find it actually is a pretty weak last episode because her like, haha, I'm gonna get Satoko. That we saw earlier too, right? That wasn't even new this episode, yeah. That she was deciding to be like, I'm gonna curse her forever. That we have seen now for like 3-4 episodes. So it's nothing really. Yeah, it doesn't feel much new here, honestly. It feels like mostly okay. I get that we get her grandpa back, so right, but the other part doesn't feel very interesting, honestly, to me. Yeah, she gets the need. I get it, It was kind of funny how she was like snapping the time because the number of combination is like the number of numbers, which is 10 then. I think 0 counted. So it's 10 and then it's like up to how many it is. And it was like 6 or 7 digits or whatever, right? So that's like 10 up to 7. So it's like a million different combinations, yeah. So it's like 10 up to 7, yeah. So it's like a million combinations. So she would do this like a million times to get it right. That was like ridiculous. And that was ridiculous. Because the code was very long. Yeah, the code wasn't like 4 or 5 digits. It was like 10. It was like 7 digits. it's like 7 times 10 or it's like 10 times 7. I don't mean time as in 70. I mean like 10 up to 70. Go back and see if I can find it. It was like many digits. It was like 7 and 8 digits. But I think it's the number of you can do. It's like the what is it? It has to be the number of options times you do it. It's the number of options times you do it, right? So it's like 9 or 10 them 0 counts. You have 10 different. God damn it, can I pause it? It's a very quick scene. I just want to see how many digits are. Here we go. How to calculate of possible password. That's bad. No. I'm trying to figure out what's the actual answer. Here we go. Pin number realization. Yeah, exactly. So that's 4 times. In a 4-digit code, you get 10. What's the guy? Can you get the math for it? Holy sides. That's when I say the right thing here. Here we go. 4-digit clock. it's a stupid rule. It depends on the rules, I guess. But Jesus Christ, it's even got normal. Why can't I find this on Google? Jesus Christ, because everyone's like, well, in this case, you're not allowed to write the same number twice. Something that is stupid. Like you don't know that when you're doing the password thing. You don't know it. It should be the number of calculations combined into. That's 24. So that's 4 times. I just need a goddamn math formula for this. Holy shit, man! I'm so tired. I think I'm right in my head here, but. No. You have first shows first they get, so it's 4. Yeah, okay, so it's 10 times 10. Yeah, so the right formula. I'm just looking at the mathematics too, right? So the right formula should be 10. Yeah, 10 options. Then she has. So yeah, I think it should be pretty simple because assuming there's no rules like you in her code, there is actually nothing like 1 1 2 2 whatever. But assuming you can pick any kind of number here. What you have then is 1 2 3 right 0 1 2 3 6 8 different numbers, yeah, so it's 10 up to 8, so it's like 10 times 10 times 10 8 times, right? So that's like more than a million. Yeah, so she's doing this for a while. but given there's no other rules, it's like 10 obviously it's just 10 zeros, yeah, it's just 6 zeros is a million, so it's 7 is 10 million, yeah, so it's 100 million different combinations on that one, right? Yeah, 100, yeah, of course, yeah. So it's like, given there is no other rules, which it actually might be because her code doesn't have any one of those classic like 1 1 2 3 4 whatever. It should be if the zero is, I think she has a zero to right, yeah. Yeah, this is zero, yeah. So given that zero also counts, it should then be 100 million possible combinations. So it would take her 100 million loops to get there, roughly speaking, right? No, that's wrong of me. It has, there's a possibility. Actually, okay, that's true. Okay, let me give it a quick math here. There's a possibility of 100 million different, different combinations, but that's the so the absolute longest time for her, given that she makes a new combination every time, would be 100 million tries. So that's a worst case scenario. More likely though is it's gonna get it faster. She's gonna get it faster because she might luck, right? But she might get it in the first attempt. But it's something like 100 million tries to get there. But that's absolutely worst case scenario though. But that being said, it's not like it's gonna be like 1 million tries. It is more likely that it's like almost 100 million tries to get there. But I don't know exactly how the randomness of chance there or whatever. The thing is that it depends on her order, because the order is 1 3 2. That's like a massive difference there. Given that we know that the first digit is 1, that reduces it by like a 10 times to a 10 million. Yeah, given that she knows, given that it's like 1, if she actually does this by like following 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4, she actually would be lucky then, given that there's nothing higher than 5, right? So that would be really fast then actually, because if you get a 1 immediately and then you get a 3 and 3 in 30 million tries, and that's like 2 million tries. Yeah, so she actually have got it in probably like the first one she ever has that removes 10 times, and then she's like the 3. So that's 3 times 30 million tries, then 32 million tries. So she will probably get it if she follows like 1 by 1, 2 to 3. She will probably get it in like maybe like 33 million times, roughly, something like that. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. That'll be my end of this review here. I'm just saying that that thing is gonna be pretty annoying. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna maybe watch story anime. Will I keep reacting and reviewing? Perhaps, but I do feel I probably have to watch the other thing before that. Maybe I'll sit down one day and just binge it. Maybe I will Twitch react to that. I don't know, YouTube react to that. I feel maybe I was gonna like binge watch it all one day, and if I have a lot of time more, right, and then maybe do some review. Maybe I don't know. I feel it's like a lot of effort now. Yeah, it's like a weird anime where I feel like the thing is that, as I mentioned earlier, you do feel spoiled, right? Because you knew, I know this is the baby bird's bad girl. So I know so much stuff that I feel I shouldn't know, right? This anime in the beginning again, it works right without knowing anything. Then you spoiled for me season 1, right? So I have to admit that I don't feel very excited to go and watch season 1, right? To be like, oh, I kind of know what's going to happen, but not really. I mean, but I kind of know the general premise, right, or the backstory, I guess, of the bad guys, more than actually who's gonna kill who in the first arc. But I know how they're gonna win, kind of, right? So I kind of know the ending, right? If it's season 1, it's gonna be, I don't know, like the first episode probably be good, right? But then the last episode is probably gonna be weak because you know how it's gonna end. So that's the weird thing. So I don't know. I'll think about it. But anyway, leave a comment below what you think, right? Subscribe to episode 1 to see you guys soon with quintuplets and of course promised conveniently.